what's up there, guys? Top of the evening to you, or morning, or afternoon, whatever. You know, I always say the same shit anyway. Elton McFall here. I was happy to be filming now because, God, it's been beautiful so much since Sunday, I think, or Saturday, Sunday, Saturday. And every day's been beautiful, like California type of day. And what I mean by that is that the sky is clear, as you can see all around. No clouds. It's amazing. I mean, it's still fucking cold. It's still like, you know, -2 or whatever, like right now. But so what? It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It feels good. As a matter of fact, it even proves, come to think of it, about how, like, for example, you know, before, for like the past month, like last week, it was always cloudy. Always fucking cloudy every day. And people felt tired. And like myself, I felt depressed and tired and out of it. And and between last Tuesday and Sunday, I didn't sell a goddamn thing, whatever it was on eBay or Kijiji. And then all of a sudden, whoa! I made like what, 10 sales since Sunday night and today being Tuesday evening. That's fucking awesome. You know, I was up this morning early. I went to go see if I could film that train that runs through the old port, that intermodal CN, but unfortunately I missed it. But I did get the switcher locomotives. And I just went to the pharmacy. I had to go mail said letters, or I should say envelopes, to people who bought these things from me on eBay. And I figured, well, before I go home, why not meander slowly and make a nice little walking video, because the winds are light, it's not fucking horribly cold, and I love this time of day. Like right now, dusk, sunset, whatever you want to call it, absolutely love it. It's fantastic. So I figured, what the hell, you know, film a little 8-10 minute walk, whatever. And right here on La Rue Joliette. And since we are on the Rue Joliette, Joliette Metro Station is 2 blocks away north from here, and about a 10-minute walk from my place. And there you go, we got a barber shop there specializing for the black folks. And yeah, that's very representative of a city when you see a barber shop that caters really mostly to the black people, you know, and nothing wrong with that. Good for them. I like how they have the Quebec flag in the window, you know, just to you know, keep things, I don't know, connected, I guess, with the French Québécois, you know, especially those ones who are not fond of people of other races or color. Oh, look, there's that nice 2-door Cherokee. Yeah, I like that. Hey, he changed the rim. He put more modern rims on this thing. This model, I think, is early 90s or late 80s model, because it had the I don't know what you call those hubcaps. There was even a company that actually made aftermarket wheels that looked like it. They kind of look like spoke wheels, but they're, you know, they were like silver or they were gold, but they're caps. So anyway, I like that Cherokee. Better than all these fucking boring cars, as I always say. Jesus, Murphy. A PT Cruiser is kind of cool. But, you know, PT Cruiser is also regarded kind of as a joke anyway. Not exactly a great car, but they have a pretty strong following. I remember when I went down to California back in 2006. Hey, believe it or not, by the way, there used to be train tracks over here, because there's some industrial buildings around here. Anyway, when I went to California in 06, Old Dakota, there was I saw, I think, 1 or 2 PT Cruisers, and they were, or maybe even 3, and they had that fake Woody look, you know. It's pretty neat, actually. And look, there's a Dodge Charger on the corner there. It reminds me of how just up the street before I started filming, I saw this Charger of the same ilk, you know, like 2005 circa, and it was flat black. I almost felt like going up to the guy who was out there and saying to him, hey, you know, like, dude, I took a photo of your car a couple of years ago and I really dig it, because it's one of the few modern cars I've ever seen that looks good flat black. Seriously. Toyota Solara. Not a common car. Not a great seller. And actually, I saw a convertible yesterday. Hey, that reminds me, speaking of cars that are different, today I'm coming home on a nice comfortable 2006 Nova Bus LFS STM. And what did I see? I saw, first I see fucking driving by me a bright red K5 Blazer, the big one, right? The big one with the 350 4x4. I'm like, oh wow, cool. And it was like, I don't know, 86, 87, something like that, GMC. And then like just like seconds after that, literally seconds after that, I saw a fucking Corvette, man, 70s Corvette Stingray, black. I was like, whoa, daddy. I'm like, holy shit, they're coming out early. Just because, you know, it's, well, it's not that time of the year yet, because usually the old cars, they don't start coming out, the classics don't start coming out until like, you know, April, for, you know, different reasons. Obviously, spring is there, roads get drier, and you get cleaned of salt from the rains, and obviously also because the fucking Quebec government, they know how to fuck people over. They know how to fuck everybody over when it comes to cars. Oh my fucking god, it's bad enough, you know, you can't do anything to your car. You have to have this 100-point inspection for safety, and oh my god, then there's insurance companies that fuck them anyway. And also the fact that they have this deal where it's like, look, either you plate your car the whole year, which is, I don't know how much it is, and that must be like almost $300 or $400 probably, or you know, they give you a fucking discount if you take the plates off, not literally, between 1st of November and 1st of April. So almost like 99% of people, they do that, you know. So that's why it's very rare to see, let's say, even some car from the 80s that's in great condition driving around anytime in the winter. Even like, and it's funny because this winter has been without exception like the, you know, the wettest and dampest winter ever. What the fuck is that? I like that Frontier, eh? Anyway, yeah, and so call this, you know, like it's so like, you know, it's not like that one time I'll never forget. Me, when it comes to cars, I remember so much. It's crazy. I can forget people's names, but I can remember what kind of car they drive. There was many years ago when I was living in the West Island, on the corner of Boulevard des Sources and Boulevard Pierrefonds. I was next to the Tim Hortons, and it was winter time, and it was a day like this. The roads are all nice and dry. You know, hey, look at this guy's got the fucking Denver boot. Whoa, that's rare. You see that in this city. Look at that freaking Denver boot. Ah, next to this gorgeous church here, where you see where you hear the church bells ringing sometimes. My place is just a couple of blocks away. And anyway, what the hell was I saying? God, now I lost my train of thought. Oh crap. Oh dear. Shit. I forgot what I was saying now. Damn it. I'm very good at that. Very good at derailing myself from my own conversations. And also other people even. Crap. Shite. Sheet. Oh, by the way, you see this old bank here? I love these old buildings with these old walls. Look at that. You see that? And the stop there, the 29. Now, what I would like to do one day, I would love to do a drawing or a painting of a new look at this stop with this beautiful facade here, because they'll never make buildings cool like that again. I mean, that's awesome with that type of, you know, the stones and all that. It's fantastic, you know. It's just it's a thing of the past. Oh yeah. So what I was talking about is, like, you know, I was there. This was about I don't know, 20 years ago. And again, like I said, I was in the West Island. I was in Pierrefonds, and I see this Chrysler New Yorker drive by me, like, oh fucking 70, I don't know, 76, 78. It was dark burgundy. It was mint, all original as they always are. You know, like the white wall tires are correct hubcaps. Fantastic. And it's amazing. You don't forget stuff like that, because you never see, in this part of the world, you never see any classic cars driven in the winter. You know, it's like this one time, remember, I saw this fucking rich guy, and you knew he was rich. The guy was wearing a fur coat, and he had gold rings, and he had a gold chain and everything around his neck. The guy's driving a fucking 63 Ford Thunderbird Roadster on St. Catherine Street downtown. It was fucking like February. I don't know. It was like temperature was in the minuses, you know. That guy's got fucking top down. He must have had the heat on full blast, driving this light yellow T-Bird. That's a rare Explorer as a two-door. Not many of these around here. I like that 4Runner. These 4Runners, man. I'd buy one of these really easily. I think I started noticing them, and they started catching my eye when I lived with my mom in a condo in Pierrefonds back in '98. She had a neighbor. The neighbor had one, you know, and fuck, it was nice green, beautiful truck. I think of the '90s SUVs, it was the nicest ones. And actually, compared to the Cherokee, the Grand Cherokee, sorry, not the Cherokee. Well, the Cherokee and the Grand Cherokee, those were fucking boxes. They were ugly boxes compared to that. Anyway, I'm going to finish by saying here, we're going up to St. Catherine Street East here, which is a trouble street for crime, and I'll tell you something else too, and that's one of the reasons why I don't film this street, because there's fucking drug dealers and thugs and prostitutes. Hey, listen, I come out of my house this morning. I come out of my fucking house this morning, okay, and to go to the old port, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's 8:45, okay? I get to St. Catherine Street, I turn right, I start walking to St. Catherine. There's a fucking prostitute there. 8:45 in the morning, man. Jesus fucking Christ, how's that for ghetto? And she's like, salut, you know, I'm like, yeah, bonjour, you know. God almighty. Takes all kinds. Anyway, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little segment of my city at dusk, sunset, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going home, so take it easy. Bonsoir.